2 o'clock on Friday, April 19th. This is the special meeting for the River Plantation Municipal Utility District. And all board members are in attendance with one absence of Julie Gilmer. We have two guests here today.
I know, it runs back here.
Oh,
We have James Baldridge and Mark Denham. James, do you have anything to say?
Oh, no, is there any way to get these notifications through an email or text?
We don't have an email process at this time.
Okay.
The only emails we have are emails that might already be in the system, but we don't know how fresh or old they are. In other words, do you know if you provided us with your email?
I would think I probably have,
Okay.
because I haven't changed it in probably 11, 12 years.
We have the ability to send out an email blast,
Okay.
but again, it's going to be just as good as the contacts we have in the system, right?
The problem is that nobody has signed up. We put a deal on it on the home page when we first opened it up a year or two ago
Yeah.
with this new vendor. And I don't think there's that many people ever signed up to it. Mainly it's board members signed up.
Well,
Well, it shows on our RPMUD website, doesn't it, the meetings?
Yeah, there was a place. I don't know if it's still there or not, but we can put it back
It's
there.
there.
It just tells when the next one is.
But we can do it. We can do blast, but we
well,
just.
it's only, you know, if you change the IT people,
Huh?
then if you change the IT people, then probably my stuff is not on there.
We changed them,
Unless they,
Year ago?
unless
that was
they,
more than a year ago.
More than a year ago?
It was a couple of years ago that we changed them, because the one we had before was charging us $100 an hour just to post the minutes, to do this, that, and another.
yeah.
And their bill was ridiculously high. So
Right.
we found this new place, Prepared Publications.
Yeah.
They charge us a flat $200 a month, or $219, something like that. And they take care of all that, no additional charges, and
Right.
that's except for special projects,
Yeah.
which we've only had one so far that we've had to do that with. So, you know, I know you don't think that's saving money, but it is.
Well, you know, anytime you can save a few bucks, that's right.
It's saving a lot of money. I forget, do
You know,
you remember how much that other place was? I know they were charging $100 an hour. Their bill
They were charging us way over what we
$1,000,
needed.
$2,000 a month
$2,000 a month.
sometimes.
Well, anytime you can save, you know, long term, that's what you look at
Yeah.
too. You know.
Anyway,
But
Okay.
anyway, yeah, that's one thing I want to try to get cleared up. And the other thing is, you know, your last meeting, y'all approved repairs to the leaking manhole, storm drain in my yard.
Okay,
And I wasn't at home, and they've come, I was at home whenever they come back and cemented the cover in the carriage back onto the top of it.
okay.
And the rest of the yard is still under ill repair, and I want to know when that's going to get completed.
Okay.
Because when talking to the guy that was doing the concrete that needed some water, I let him borrow some water to mix up his saccharine.
So we need to clean up your yard.
We need to fill in the sinkholes.
it's not a matter of filling them in, it's finding the problem and then fixing it.
I thought it was found.
I don't know, on your particular case, I haven't followed it.
MOC's not here, so we can't really ask them that, but we can find out.
We can address that better on Thursday when the guys are here.
I will contact them today,
Okay.
just to get it started, but next Thursday would be the better opportunity to,
Yeah, because the guy there doing the concrete offered to let him give me a price to do that.
give you a price?
Yeah.
Well,
I said
that's not
no.
right.
No, I'm sorry, buddy.
Okay,
But anyway, that's basically, I just want to know when that's going to happen, so how we all be able to communicate that back to me,
probably at the next meeting,
the 25th.
25th.
Okay.
Okay?
All right?
Mark, you got anything?
no, thank you for asking them.
Okay. All right, item 2, sale, storage, and disposal of district furniture, equipment, and records. We're going to have some type of a sale, whether it's an auction or a silent auction, for items that are in this building that are no longer needed, that we're going to dispose of through this auction soon, so that the fire department can get started on constructing their needs. So Betty has already worked up a list of items that are going to be for sale.
That's just inside the building here.
That's inside the building.
Front part of me.
Well, it's the
You
stuff
got some
inside,
outside the building?
it's the stuff inside the building, not in the garage.
Yeah.
So what's out in the garage?
We have a gator, we have some survey equipment, we have some fairly high, I think fairly expensive items in that store cabinet, but I can't tell you I know exactly what they are. But I think there's some things in there that might be expensive.
Okay?
In the office, in the closet, back in there, that's where the
Yep.
survey equipment is, and there's some other
Yeah,
equipment
that's in
there.
that outside office.
Might be beneficial to an
I'll take,
operating company.
what I'll do is I'll take photos of it and I'll look it up and see what it's worth. But so what I did on all of the other, all this, I was up here last week for a couple of days and I took inventory of everything we had in here. And then I looked it up on eBay or online, used office equipment, to see what the estimated price was. And so that's what I put here. I have all the serial numbers, the quantity of everything, and the estimated price. I've also got Bobby Mayfield wants to buy some of the stuff already. So we'll look it up. But total, everything just in the office, not counting this big drafting cabinet here, is a little over $1,000. So it's not a lot. And I did talk to a couple of people at the office equipment used places, and they just said they just got tons of warehouses full of used office equipment. There are, I think that there's some phones in there. There's an AT&T small business for digital phones that I think, you know, some small business would like, but I don't know if we could talk to a church or a Salvation Army or veterans. There's, maybe a veterans association that could use.
Have we got any clearance yet if we could just donate some of this to like a veterans group or something?
No, we haven't discussed it. We can't discuss this until today.
That's what today's for.
And you
Well, how
said,
do we,
you
I don't know
didn't
legally
include
can
this?
we do it.
We
No, you
can't.
know what that thing have to
We
indicate
can't,
there's
because
work?
we asked that of Davis at the last
Okay, I
meeting.
didn't- I didn't get that from- I thought it was
Yeah.
So I put on there that the
No, we can
starting
donate
bid
it
would
to
be at
a
least
nonprofit,
$2,000.
but they have to.
It's a vintage
Well,
oak
that's
map
all- we would have to say
architectural
that, yeah.
Yeah,
vintage
we
door cabinet.
can
We don't
have
need
no
everything in there
expense
has been
in
digitized, so
disposing
we don't
of
need
this.
the drawings in
I
there.
don't
Our
know.
goal is
Jamie would like
to,
some.
our goal is to either be flat or make money off of it, not.
Okay, so we need to decide which way we're gonna try to go with this stuff today, I hope.
Yes. So, what's your opinion on how to dispose of it, Tom?
I don't know, unless we can find a good veterans group or something like that that could use it. But the problem is that furniture is just more an office kind of thing, so I don't know if they need it.
We had two discussions going on there at the same
Yeah.
time, but we had two discussions going on at the same time. Betty just mentioned that this piece of furniture here is worth several thousand.
$3,950
I
as
know,
is.
but I've talked to some people, I know what the antique value of it is, probably as much as $3,000, maybe $4,000.
Right.
The problem is finding an antique person that wants to buy
Well,
it
I know somebody who wants to purchase it.
at that price.
Not $3,950. We're gonna start it out at a silent auction. Of course, that's how we were gonna do it, but
Okay, that'll work.
eBay's had this one up for 6 weeks and nobody's bought it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
what
if we
I'm
can
saying.
start it out at, say, maybe $2,000,
Let's start lower than that and see where it goes.
But
We
the,
might not get a bid at 2,000.
but we have somebody that is very interested in it. So the rest of everything is not very good. And as far as my ideas, I'd like to take Richard's desk. We get this thing out of here and put Richard's desk right here.
Yes.
Because it will fit right here.
Yes.
That way the video, the laptop and everything can be plugged in right there. It's in our area. And then I would like to take the front office credenza, that really nice one, because we can only get $50 for it, and put it back there where this folding table is. Get rid of
Yes.
that. Because it would have storage in there. We're gonna need storage for some of our documents, paperwork, and that little file cabinet over there is good for that. But I think we should take the credenza that's in that front, put it back there, get rid of this small table, because we've got some small tables out there in the back, this, that, and so on. But put Richard's desk here and one of these chairs here in this little spot for you when you come up, or whoever comes up and has the
Well,
camera equipment.
I agree with everything you said except the location of the laptop. I think the laptop needs to be directly under the TV.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this, as far as the laptop, I think we could put it here. I was talking about this
Talking
video.
about computer,
The
not
computer.
laptop, right?
Back
Fair
there.
enough.
I would make a suggestion that we look at an alternative, this little iPad, it's an old one, and it's mine. But I think we should maybe look at trying to find something like that. It's easier to work
Then using
Well-
Julie's.
than a laptop is.
We, I think that the best, moving forward, I think the best thing is for the MUD to buy a laptop.
That's what I'm saying.
That way we don't have to depend on Julie's or yours if you're absent for any reason. I think the MUD needs to own one and buy one, and make sure that we've got all the equipment, an HDMI cable, a computer, we've got the speakers already. So whatever we need to do,
I don't think it needs to be a laptop. If we're
That's-
only gonna use
that's
it
what I'm
for
saying.
internet, for video conferencing,
You were,
we don't need a
Zoom and
full-blown.
everything.
Carl and I tried this,
Yeah.
just to give you an idea. We tried doing Teams, but this is a very old Mini 4 iPad.
okay?
It's a very old one. And it took us, what, about 2 minutes to be on
Very
screen
simple.
with Teams and the whole 9 yards. And when we use that laptop, we have all kinds of buttons and stuff we seem like to have to push. I think the iPad was easier.
But we need to get
So
something.
we just need to research which is best, if it's an iPad or if it's I don't care what model, I call it, I'm talking about a tablet.
I understand.
Or,
I would like to try the laptop this Thursday when we actually are communicating.
Your
That works
laptop?
great. I mean, I said, I meant
iPad.
iPad. Let's
Okay.
try the iPad. If that's the case, we can get a cheapest iPad there is rather than a full-blown laptop that we're not gonna use for anything else that has a lot more capability than we need. Do something simple like that, whether it's an iPad or whatever those other little window things are.
Right, Chromecast or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I've got one, and I was in an Alzheimer's study, I still am, I guess, but they sent me a couple of little, they're not iPads, but they're like iPads made by Samsung or somebody, I don't know.
Right.
And they work pretty darn good, and I don't think they're that
They're
expensive.
not. They're not.
Okay, so we can look, I can look up
So we-
the cost of getting a laptop or a iPad, and find out how much they
Well,
are.
whatever, I mean, if a laptop has more purpose,
Yeah.
but a laptop has a lot more capabilities than one of these.
But if we don't need those.
We're just looking at laptops right now for my business, and the minimum is $300.
For a laptop?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know how much how much are iPads?
I don't know.
They probably double or triple that.
A lot more expensive.
I think we should just get an
But it
inexpensive.
doesn't have to be an iPad.
No.
No, that's what I'm saying, it doesn't,
Right, you can
the
get-
brand, I don't care
Yeah,
about. I'm
we'll do
just
some
saying this is so
research on
easy
it.
this way.
Yeah.
So
Are we gonna try this one Thursday?
Let's try this one on Thursday, make sure that at least
That it works?
a non-laptop works.
Yeah, it
It's
seemed like
not
it
an
was working.
emergency. This is not an emergency to change that out.
So we can leave that file cabinet there because we'll need paperwork or place to hide
Right.
stuff. We can leave that there.
That file cabinet
We'll
can go
move
away.
the credenza from the front office to here,
The
move
little
that
one.
out.
The little
And
black
then
one.
we'll keep Richard's desk for here. So I'm just saying that so I know what to knock off my list.
Like that.
Okay,
Okay?
got it.
And that piece of furniture you're calling an antique is basically a planned storage cabinet.
It has the
Yeah.
blueprints for the neighborhood.
But it does, if y'all.
They've already been
They've been
digitized.
already
We've
digitized.
already
Yeah,
taken
they've
care
been
of all
scanned. Okay, that takes care of district furniture and equipment. There are records in the building that some may have been scanned already, some may have not. Davis, the attorney, has said that he will take charge of taking the records out of this building and they will take them to his office. They'll inspect all of the documents that are still valid, and they will scan them. Anything that's outdated and doesn't need to be kept, they will dispose of for us. So that's the plan for the records. Now Betty has already taken a lot of records out of file cabinets and put them into boxes. So we're gonna move forward with the boxes she's already done. Are the file cabinets completely empty yet?
No, no.
Okay.
We have
Oh.
like 10
There's-
boxes. I've been through them several times, and
Right
there's,
now, there's 8 file cabinets in there with 3 drawers each that are fairly full.
Okay, so we need more boxes.
I have, I think 10 boxes in there that I can fill up, and I'll try to do that. I don't
You
know.
have 10 empty boxes?
Mhm.
Okay.
And that may be enough. If not, we'll get some more from Office Depot.
Do we have a word from the fire department
Yeah, it's,
About
if you look at
what?
about, have they accepted our last offer?
Well, I don't know, that's not.
If-
That's not on the agenda
If you look at the,
Well,
look at
and
the
we're
agenda
doing all
for
this
the,
based on that, right?
Carl, look at the agenda for the 25th.
Okay,
You have it now, you have an email from,
I have it, yeah.
now look at that agenda. That'll answer your question, I think.
Okay, and then moving forward, our videos of these meetings are gonna be loaded onto a Dropbox,
But you want me to take that one?
okay?
And the reason we got into that is we discovered that we don't have any real backups or archive systems for any of the videos that we've had over the years, okay? Monty is our web guy. He told me he will copy all of the videos for us. He will open a Dropbox account with 2 terabytes of storage, which costs approximately $12 to $13 a month. And he will simply add that amount, we won't mark it up, just add it to his monthly bill and he'll pay the bill for us. But there's gonna be some time, effort, and equipment use that's gonna have an extra charge to it a little bit. We'll pass those around. I got him to give us a quote on it, but he's gonna set up the 2 terabyte Dropbox account, which will be in the MUD's name. Okay, so we'll own everything in it. He's gonna copy all the videos and he'll put them all in the Dropbox. So they'll be there forever.
Okay.
And, so anyway, to do that, if you see on here, he's got a one-time charge of $500. That's to do all the video recordings, all the,
The existing,
everything that's needed done to get everything set up where it's the way we want it. And then it's $12.78. Got it?
Okay, got it right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And that'll just be part of his bill, but I make a motion that we authorize this $500 so money can go forward with saving these documents for us.
To me, this is a no-brainer. Right now,
Aye.
all the videos that we've had are stored on that computer right there. If that computer dies, they die. There's no other backup, and Dropbox is very
This will be an
reliable.
internal backup, basically.
yeah,
External,
I second that.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Hey, I'll get a hold of Monty and have him go forward
please do,
ASAP.
okay?
Excuse me, what was the extra additional charge besides the one time you said?
What?
You said it was a $500 additional
There's
setup fee.
one-time charge, $500 for labor and machines used.
And then
He's
there was
gonna
the
copy 96 videos.
yeah.
Okay, and the other one was $12 and something?
$12.78 a month, that's for
Starting
Dropbox
annually.
fee.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna not mark it up, but he's gonna pay it for us and just add it to his fee. He charges us what, like $210 a month or something? It's his maximum fee usually, and he's just gonna add that $12.78 to that fee. It won't be
Okay.
marked up and it'll just, we won't even have to deal with it.
All right, so before we leave item 2, I just want to clarify the district furniture and equipment. Betty, you're gonna take pictures or do a
I'll go
rough
outside,
inventory?
I'll do an inventory of outside.
Okay.
I've got an inventory of everything in here.
Correct.
I'll just go outside and,
Okay,
including the gator.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I'd include the gator.
okay, and then we'll see.
We're gonna do this silent, is that why we're doing it?
Don't we need to vote on something here?
Well, I think what we need to do is decide how we're gonna do it. Are we gonna call the Purple Heart veterans? Are we gonna call Goodwill? Are we gonna call somebody that'll pick it up? or are we gonna do an auction?
I think the Purple Heart is probably the best way.
You're gonna have to, I think you have a combination of both. I don't think, cause you know, like that gator, you can sell that, you'd probably get some money for that. I understand that the auction people I talked to said that one will go easy.
I'm in favor of a silent auction,
Who's
And-
gonna,
and we can publicize it, do it on a Saturday. People can come into the building, wander around, we'll have prices, starting prices on a sheet of paper like this, where you put your name, your phone number, and your bid.
Yeah, I can make a sheet of paper like that for everything on this list and everything outside, and it'll be
And
taped
then
by the
anything
eye.
that doesn't sell, at the end of the day, we call Purple Heart veterans, or we call
yeah, whoever.
whoever.
The only bad thing about that is we're gonna have to have it within the next 2 or 3 weeks, because if our next meeting, the fire department says, let's go, and we're ready, then we're gonna have all this out of here within.
All right, what if we do the auction on the 27th? Next
Can we
Saturday,
have it ready that quick?
Well, how do you publicize it that fast, though?
put it on the internet,
You
put it
think-
on
you think we can
Facebook
do
Market, put it on our website,
What is that, that's
that's
next
the
Saturday?
27th.
That'd be on on Saturday?
25th
Yeah,
is
27th.
Thursday.
So the 27th?
Yeah, that's.
You think we
March
can
the
get ready
20th, so
that
a week
fast?
from now, 27th.
I don't think there's any reason we can't get ready that fast. All we got, Betty can make up the sheet real quick,
I can make up all the sheets.
and we've got suggested pricing on here to start bidding, and you just lay it on the item that you're trying to sell.
Yeah, but we gotta get it all lined up out somewhere,
Like
organized.
I
No, it's
said,
just-
just let everybody wander around.
Yeah, no, they just, where's that?
Okay, do we have, so won't we have to get whatever we're gonna put in here first?
We
Well,
just
we
say-
need-
Well, we would need to move
It's
the
not for
credenza.
sale.
I already had a sign
Or
on
say
it.
it's not for sale.
No.
I brought my dollies up here in case anybody wants.
Well, if
Hello,
y'all,
Dolly.
if y'all can move them, that'd be great.
You like my dollies?
Hello,
Because I
Dolly.
wanna put that table in the auction too. So we can, if you and somebody can move that credenza over there.
If we can get it through the door, we got it made.
But we can't, the thing is, this thing here is super heavy. So I
I
think
think
we're,
it comes apart.
does it? All the drawers come out because y'all took
Yeah,
out
that's-
the
that's
drawers.
three sections.
Three sections there.
So we can.
Well, the drawers do come out, so that makes it easier.
So you wanna, all right, so you are.
I'll make a motion that we do a silent auction for the items that we want to dispose of. And at the end of the auction, any items that have not sold, we make a donation to Purple Heart veterans and request that they come pick it up
With, like the following day or the following 2
the
days.
following week.
Can I amend that just a little bit?
Okay.
Let's say a non-profit group, preferably of veterans, because if they don't want it, we need to be able to go forward.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know
right.
about Goodwill, I think we
You're
should
right.
do a nonprofit.
You're right. Okay?
Okay, so I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed?
Okay.
You had to think about it?
I was just thinking
And
about.
what time, do you have a timeline on that, or you just gonna post it?
We'll post it, it'll probably be like 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, let's say, something like that. Like a garage sale hours.
Yeah.
You on a Wednesday or?
Saturday.
On a Saturday.
Saturday.
427.
It's 27.
So we have a motion by Tim.
Next
seconded and
Saturday.
approved.
And you're gonna have to figure out what you're willing to accept for payment. I don't think we have a way to take credit cards, do we?
They can write a check or they can pay cash.
If they write a check,
It's to the
we're
money.
gonna trust them.
What?
I
Yeah,
guess we'll have a lot to lose, maybe.
It's not gonna, it's not a whole lot. Okay, so we
Who's
got that.
Who's gonna post the announcement?
I'll work on it. I'll post the announcement.
Okay?
And
All right.
I'll come up here tomorrow and finish the
The inventory.
inventory.
Great.
You ought to
Make all the
probably,
pages.
you ought to probably start posting some stuff on the social media stuff and to look for,
Yeah.
you know, these items to be posted in the next few days. You know, as we get a list together, that way start to get attention, I guess.
The only thing, while we're still on that topic, is everything's gonna come out of those file cabinets, because the file cabinets, I think I had those for, like $25 a piece. We're gonna have to get them out of here.
Okay.
Either the stuff put in the boxes, and then Davis, will he come and get the boxes? Is that how it's gonna work?
That's what he told me.
Okay.
I'll clarify that with Davis.
Clarify with that, so then I'll know, I mean, I think I can probably unload most of the rest of these file cabinets. I cleaned out all the desks and everything
I can help.
already. Okay, if you can help me load up the boxes.
Yeah.
And then Davis can figure out, I have looked in those boxes before, in the filing cabinets, and there's just like, there's titles to trucks we don't have, there's titles that, you know,
I
we
know,
have
there's
to
a lot
like.
of stuff in there
We don't
that we
need.
could just shred.
Yeah,
Well, that's what he said he'd do.
okay, so I'll,
Is he charging us for that?
I'm sure.
I don't know. I'm sure he will.
yeah, we're gonna do that for free. Okay,
He
so.
doesn't do anything for free. Okay?
So we're set with that.
All right, so that takes care of item 2. Item 3, proposal for tree removal. I've got 3 bids for the removal of 29 trees that Tom and I went out and inspected on the Charleston course, the green space. So I have 3 bids. One of them is actually for more trees than what we spotted. He spotted a few extra trees.
I think there was some fell down after,
Well, that may be true.
some
But I
that
got-
flew down that looked like new.
I got 3 bids. I got, oh wow, I printed the wrong page, did
Which one's the
I didn't
lowest
bring
and
it.
best?
I? The lowest and best is J.
So J and K is,
J and K was the low bid. He actually spotted 32 trees, along with 2 fallen trees and many fallen branches.
that's what I was gonna ask.
He's going to pick up all the fallen branches, and all debris from the trees will be hauled away. Selected stumps will be stump grinded. And those are going to be mainly the ones that are along RP Drive, Country Club Drive, or visible to the public. The ones that are stashed away, we don't necessarily need to be stump grinded. His total bid was $12,825.
12,825.
1,200 or 12,000?
$12,825.
Come on, Tom.
How many?
I know,
12,000, 32 trees.
30 trees, yeah.
So that's, if we just did
What's the other-
$1,000 a tree,
What's the
that's
difference in the other bid?
$400 bucks a tree.
How much,
A
400?
little over $400 a tree.
That's not bad.
All seasons lawn maintenance came in at $13,550. And I've got the exact number on my phone, but I don't want to hang Julie up. They were roughly $20,000.
And who is that company?
That was Texas Tree Service. They were a new vendor. They actually left a business card on my front door, so I gave them a call. And they gave me a third number. But obviously they're very high.
Well, I think we need, this is gonna clean all of the stuff that you and I spotted, plus the extra, and clean up all the branches under that he finds that are.
So include, if he can include out here,
Yeah,
we've
is he
got a
gonna
bunch of
leave these
branches
out here
out
while he's
here.
at it?
We've got, on 3 sides where the Entergy had made a mess out here, and there's some branches out there,
Okay?
just a few. But, so, because I drove Charleston this morning too, and there's all kinds of other branches, so
There's a
everything
lot of
that's
debris.
down, he'll pick up.
He'll pick it up.
And then like on all of Charleston, even behind Old Hickory and all of that, all of
Yes,
that.
all of that.
Except
And he's
he's
gonna
not
cut down
talking-
that monster tree that broke in half
Yeah.
behind Old Hickory.
Mhm.
And he's not talking about this in here though, that out there, is he?
Well, that's
He's
just-
gonna clean up whatever's out there, but he's not gonna cut any trees.
There's no trees here.
Yeah, there's some out the front.
He's not cutting any trees
If he
here.
gets that out of,
Any trees he's cutting are on Charleston.
right.
Okay. So,
I
when can
guess-
J and K do it though? Is he busy?
He's gonna start the first week of May.
Oh, my goodness. That's 2 weeks from now.
Yes?
Can't start before that, huh?
Well, he just bid on it. He's already got commitments to clean up other areas than other customers, so
All right. And the others probably can't do any quicker, can they?
probably not.
All right, well, I make a motion that we accept Jay's bid and get him to work quicker if possible.
Okay, so hang on a minute.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So you'll let him know?
I will let him know.
How do you write that contract?
Well, it's a bid that he wrote out.
Oh,
He went on a tour of the facilities in a golf cart, and he counted trees,
Yeah.
looked at trees.
Uh-huh.
The ones that we'd already marked it.
We have already marked the trees that need to be cut
Right.
with caution tape, and then he provides a written quote that states what he's gonna do.
And you, what, sign that?
I haven't signed anything.
No,
Jay's
no.
been doing work for us for years.
We don't need to sign a contract, we don't do.
No.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we never have. He's a local guy. He's
Yeah.
always been good to us, and we
But
trust him.
he'll produce you a certificate of insurance to you too, right?
We already had, well,
It's on one on file and current.
I don't know that we have one on file, but I know he has insurance. He does work for the
He's
CIA.
done several
I'm
projects.
sure.
He's already done projects for us, so.
He took
but I'll-
4 trees out of here.
I'll
a
ask
week
him
ago.
about it.
But yeah, you need to have that coverage for the mud. You may be working for the CIA, but you need that initially insured to RPMUD. And I don't know whether they have an umbrella on that or not, of 1 to 2 or 3 million or not, don't know.
Okay,
We need-
all right. Any pending business, anything else that we need to discuss?
And the other thing is, is everybody gonna stick around maybe to move some stuff today, or do we do that another day, or what?
I'm available the rest of the day today, I may
Yeah,
start some of that.
I think if we can get that stuff, the things that we wanna keep in here, as soon as possible would be the best, get this thing organized, and then we'll get everything else listed, that all has to be done. And it all has to be done quickly
Yeah, I
to
can do it
meet
on
your
my schedule,
schedule.
it's a lot, I said up here.
No, I can give you a little
Last
time
week.
today, but I'm gonna be out of here by 3.
I could give you a lot of time tomorrow too,
Tomorrow,
yeah.
So maybe you and Tom could, I think tomorrow I'm okay, what is tomorrow?
tomorrow's Saturday.
I think tomorrow I'm okay too. I'm good tomorrow, so and I'll stay today and do whatever I can to the files, and then
But
I'll be up here in the
you wanna
morning, what
just do it
time?
tomorrow instead?
That's fine.
Okay,
I think so.
yeah, what time
Okay.
tomorrow?
I don't care. Wait for the sun to come up at least.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm up at 5 o'clock, I don't wanna come in on that.
What are you
How
doing,
about
boot
like
camp?
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock is good for me.
9 o'clock, 9
Okay.
AM tomorrow
Give me
morning.
time to walk the dogs.
Okay. All right, no pending business, so the next order would be a motion to adjourn.
And make a motion to adjourn with schedule our next meeting on the 25th.
Next meeting on the 25th.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you gentlemen for coming.